Hello, welcome to the Khakis and Coffee podcast series. We're here live in the Catholic High sound booth. This is part of our 20% project. Let me introduce myself as one of the co-hosts of this podcast. I'm Clifton Kurzweg. Do a lot of stuff here. Lover of the lunch food connoisseur, and also play a little tennis on the side. So let me kick it off to my co-host on my left.
My name is Connor LeBlanc. I'm a part of the CHS track team. I run and I throw. I'm in student council. Like to hang out with my friends, a little bit of a hobby. I'm going to kick it off to Jude.
So, I'm Jude Papillon. I've been here for 5 years now, since 8th grade. I am an FCA officer. I'm in student council. I'm a lacrosse manager, and I am in student ministry.
Hi, I'm Brennan Mouton. Went to St. Jude. I'm in the French club. I enjoy my time here at Catholic High. I tried out for baseball freshman year, didn't make the team, but I'm living life out here at Catholic High.
Scotty Black, Vice President of the Spanish Club. Shout out to Spanish Club. I'm also the Louisiana State Delegate for Spanish clubs across the state of Louisiana.
Humble flex.
Humble flex. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm also in the Photography Club. Shout out to the Photography Club.
So this is a part of our 20% project in Mr. Cody's class. Pretty much a project to just give back to the community. So I'd like to kick it off to Connor to give us our goals for this project.
Okay, so the main thing that we want to learn or kind of do this podcast for is that we want to try to enlighten incoming freshmen or freshman students to be more, adjusted to life at Catholic High. Also, we're trying to reach out to other audiences, not just freshmen, really faculty, parents of freshmen, other students at Catholic High.
Yeah,
and that sort of stuff.
I would say we're trying to give people insight into your everyday at Catholic High and
Yeah, exactly.
give people some perspective and the do's and don'ts of Catholic High that you don't necessarily get in the brochure you're given on open house.
No, yeah, and we're trying to give a first-hand account of what we've experienced.
I want to talk to some teachers. We have someone who went to 8th grade here. We're going to talk to some freshmen, some faculty all along the way to get a full encompassed look at Catholic High from the inside, not just the outside.
Yeah, we've got 17 years of experience all combined. So
17 years of school. That
of
is.
school.
At Catholic High.
Schooling experience. I apologize.
So you think we would know something?
We know a little bit about
have to.
what we're talking about.
You have to know at least something.
Especially with the fifth year on the podcast, you don't see everyone that every now and then because, how many kids are in 8th grade?
Right now?
Yes, sir.
Probably 40 something.
How many kids did you graduate with from 8th grade, Jude?
40 something.
Okay.
Correction. We have 21 years of experience at school, not 17.
So as you can see, we love to have fun. So we want to do a fun little section right here. We call it our top tips. So each one of us is gonna give a top tip for Catholic High to start the whole series off. And my top tip is get to the football games early so you and your boys can get a good spot, so you can watch the game in a good spot and you don't get bossed around by the seniors at the games.
Oh yeah, because those spots are gonna pick up quick.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be at the Parkview game on the other side of the field.
You got to be there at least an hour early.
At least.
At least.
Get out there for
But you
got to
go to the tailgate,
That's
too.
what I'm about to say, Jude. Nice.
As soon as school is out, you go there straight from school. So my top tip is that you should get involved in extracurriculars that you enjoy, and they will help you pursue your passions and meet other people around school.
You're going to hear this throughout the podcast, but a big recommendation from everybody is get involved wherever you can. To be involved makes you so many new friends, so many new connections, and you got to put yourself out there.
Oh yeah. Like me coming from a small school, I went to MBS for my middle school and elementary school. And whenever I came here to Catholic, I joined the football team. And for football workouts during the summertime, like I met a ton of new people and like made a ton of new friends. That's just one example.
I went to Dunham, so I was the only person from there, so I made a lot of friends here because of extracurriculars.
And another thing, when you're coming from middle school, you're probably the big fish in a small sea whenever you're in a middle school. So when you come to Catholic, you're gonna end up being a small fish in a big sea of people. So don't come in here with a big head. Just stay in your lane, and you'll do great here. So another tip. My tip. Okay, this is a huge problem here at Catholic High. A huge
I
problem
agree
for
with
incoming
this
freshmen and
a lot.
especially the 8th graders. I don't know what they're doing.
Causes all kind of back up in the hallways.
If you want no congestion, if you want smooth travel throughout the Catholic High campus, please, I am begging, stay on the right side of the hallway.
Amen.
Please.
It's just like driving.
It's not in the
You're
handbook.
right.
Just do it.
The hallway is not a place for conversation. The hallway is a
Don't
place.
stand there.
Pretend it's a highway.
Exactly.
And you can't look at your phone on the highway, can you?
Yeah.
No.
And don't walk slow either. Get where you gotta go.
And there's two sets of doors. When there's two sets of doors, you don't go in through the left door. That is absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean, but for the freshmen, that's a little tip to keep the flow of students quick and efficient.
If you follow this rule, you won't get blindsided. And you don't want to get blindsided by a big old senior.
You
That's
do
the
not.
worst thing that could happen here.
Mm-hmm. On a lighter note, let's kick it to Scott.
If I had to give some tips, I would say make good use of your resources here. You got teachers, you have other students, you have older students, you have counselors, you have the internet, everything. Don't just sit there and not know what you're doing. Reference somebody, anybody, if you need help with anything. Just you got people all over the place that are willing to help you here. So just reach out to them if you need something.
I'll second that. Especially if like you're falling behind in school or if like the workload is like a jump, especially from middle school. Like don't be afraid to like reach out to an upperclassman like, hey, did you take this class as a freshman? Could you kind of help me with it? And all of our seniors here are kind of like, not necessarily we don't get looked up to by the freshmen, but we try to be role models for the freshmen.
If anything, they're scared of us.
They're not. We hope that they wouldn't be scared of us because we're all nice guys. I mean, I can vouch for all the guys sitting here. We're nice guys. And if some freshman came up to us and asked us for help, then I'm sure that all of us would give a helping hand to anyone who needed it.
Another thing, make sure you try really hard early, like right when you get here, to start developing some maturity and responsibility for your schoolwork, because I know from experience, when I was in middle school, I never studied. I just got straight A's, and then I got here, and my first 2 years, I was struggling very hard. I didn't know how to study correctly, didn't know how to manage my time well. So it's a good skill to start learning now.
I definitely want to second that from Brendan. I mean, you don't want to be there in freshman year, sitting there with all B's saying, oh, I got time to turn it around. I got time. But then next thing you know, you're in junior year and you're going to be stuck with that 3.0 average. And you're going to say to your guidance counselor, can I pull this up? And it's like, you can get it to a 3.2, but you're not getting to that 3.5, you know?
And that's whenever you're starting to look for colleges and stuff. Colleges
Yeah.
going to be looking at your GPA.
So definitely say hop on the books early. There's no shame in getting all A's. No shame at all.
It's cool. It's the cool thing to do.
It really is.
Okay, on to our next segment.
My top tip for incoming freshmen would be make sure you read every. What do you mean next segment?
What? It's gonna have to be cut. Sorry, cut on the cast. Cut on the cast.
I need to read my top tip, Cliff.
Read it.
You seconded
Oh.
every clip. Every tip.
Okay, make sure you read every email, especially if it's from a teacher, because those emails from teachers are useful, provide useful information. If you get an email from Miss Harvey, definitely read it. And even if you don't read it, forward it to your parents, because they will definitely want to read that.
You got to add 2 cents on that, Pop?
No, just read your emails. Check it multiple times a day. All right. So for our next segment, we have the question of the day.
For our QOTD today, who was the starting quarterback when the Bears won the state championship in 2015? You may be thinking right now.
I know it.
You may be thinking right now, oh, it's Cam Dart. But you're wrong. He wasn't here in 2015. Actually, that
Yes,
was his
he
freshman
was.
year.
He was
That was his
freshman
Tell
freshman
them what
year.
they're supposed to do with the question of the day. Give them a little.
So, the question of the day works like this. We're going to give you the QOTD at the end of each episode. And what you're going to do, in the section below, type your answer. In the next episode, at the beginning of the episode, we will reveal the QOTD.
The answer to the QOTD.
Give us a little conclusion.
All right, so this was just a basic little introduction to our project, what we're about over here at Khakis and Coffee. Yeah, we're basically our main goal is just to help you guys out, help you succeed here at Catholic High. So
That's all we want.
we'll see you on the next.
Thank you for being with us. This was the first episode of Khakis and Coffee.
Ba-doom.